How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews is back with yet another review. Belgian quad time. Oh, Belgian style quad, whatever you want to call it, because it's not from Belgium. It's from Easton, Pennsylvania, and that is Weyerbacher's quad. Belgian beers are where I pretty much started off drinking really good beers. If you watch any of my previous reviews or introduction, like Unibrew Maudit, even though it's Belgian style, not Belgian, was like the first good beer I had, and then going forward from there, I really kind of went head first into Belgian ales. That's where I kicked it off. You know, so your darks and your quads and your doubles and the whole nine is kind of like, I don't know, all warm, fuzzy, and cozy, because that's where I started my good beer journey, up, rising, downfall, whatever you want to call it. So, not that I judged them harsher, but I'm very, not picky. How do I put it? Belgian quads, a lot of things are called Belgian quads and they're not. It's very hard to pin down what makes a quad. But a lot of Belgian quads are, a lot of beers that are labeled Belgian quads are Belgian dark ales. They're not Belgian quads. So when someone puts Belgian quad or Belgian style quad on their label, I expect it to be a quad. So hopefully that is the case with this. This is Weyerbacher's, like I said, Weyerbacher's quad. I've had this a bunch of times. I used to live about 5 minutes away from the brewery, so I had samplings of it back then. It's actually what I believe to be quite a different brew from back then. A new brewmaster moved in there, kind of changed some things around from recipes to labeling, the whole nine. So anyway, let's get to the beer. Stop telling a little bit of story. As far as what's on the label, Weyerbacher Quad, Belgian style quadruple ale, 11.8% alcohol. Government warning stuff on the side, and that's it. That's pretty awesome, I think, when companies just are straightforward with their beers and don't have a bunch of yada 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 going on there. But yeah, labeling wise, it's cool. I mean, you see a nice beer. Looks like a loaf of bread. Looks like a block of cheese in the back. Pretty nice label. Pretty Belgian quadish in vibe. So that's pretty cool. Nice label. It's got a little Weyerbacher Jester going up here. Not a big fan of their Jester thing, but hey, what are you gonna do? Can't love everything. And yeah, that's about it. Dating wise, this is almost 2 months old on the nose. It's bottled on 10/16/2014. It's December 9th, so about 2 months old, so we'll see what it has to offer. Like I touched on briefly, Belgian quads are like a weird beast in that it's very hard to discern or define what makes a Belgian quad a quad. But for me, it is a density, kind of creamy fluffiness to it that is similar to like a double, but doubles kind of fall in the same line, or even like a Doppelbock, like just high gravity Doppelbocks. Low gravity Doppelbocks, and the high gravity ones are what I love. To me, a true Belgian quad is like kind of creamy and fluffy and has a nice density to it. Anyway, hopefully that has this. Head-wise, just a little bit over a finger, just off whitish head. Nice creamy top, not super huge. Body-wise, it's like, it looks like a Belgian quad, maybe a slight lighter than what I expect. Little tiniest bit of density to it, but it's not perfectly clear, but not super cloudy. So yeah, looks nice. Off reddish, orangish kind of color to it. Oh yeah, looks nice. Looks kind of like a Belgian quad. Let's see what it has in the nose. A little bit of booziness there, but besides that, your typical Belgian nose. It has that kind of bready yeastiness to it. Has apple, a little bit of caramel, and your dark fruits. Smells like dark cherry, but yeah. Nice combination of dark fruits, a little bit of apple, and a little bit of caramel, toffee-ish kind of thing going on there. But definitely has got a little bit of booziness going on. It's quite fresh, so, and it is almost 12%, so that's to be expected. But yeah, it's nice and sweet, I'll give you that. Nice, sweet-smelling Belgian-style quad or dark. Let's see what she has in the taste. Cheers. And that's first thing that jumps out. Exactly what you're getting on a nose is exactly what you're getting in the mouth. Same thing. Not as sweet as I would think it would be, but it's sweet. The booze is there, but it's not super, super in your face. And it's just those dark fruits, mostly kind of like a little bit of dark cherry, some apple, which is a little bit odd when it comes to Belgian quads, but hey, I dig it. And just the slightest bit of caramel, not too much. And then really nice mouthfeel. It's actually, I would label it as a quad. I would. It's kind of on the edge of being a quad or a Belgian strong dark, but if I was going to lean one way or the other, I'd actually call it a quad, which is nice. Like I said, a lot of companies make quads, or they label things quads that aren't, and I would definitely put that in the classification of a Belgian style quad. Super easy drinking. Like I said, the booze is there, but it's not, it doesn't burn, it's not off-putting, it's not in your face. Decent mouthfeel to it. I mean, it's not super creamy. If it had a little bit more fluffiness, a little bit more creaminess to it, I'd probably dump it head first into that Belgian category, but it has enough kind of nice, slight fluffy head, or fluffy mouthfeel to it to get it into that category. And just those fruits are there. So it's nice. This is definitely a nice beer. With a little bit of age, it's going to be freaking fantastic. So we'll see. I don't have any of this aged. It's kind of a bummer. Because I'd love to do it side by side with it. But I put a bunch aside that I got today, so give it a couple years and then we'll do it side by side. Rating wise, I give it like a 88. 88. I just like Weyerbacher. In general, the beers, I mean, the beers to me are all nice. To me, they don't really make a bad beer. And I don't know if I'm skewing a little bit high because it's local, which is kind of weird because a lot of people usually, I'm a little bit harsher on local. Not harsher, but I judge them for what it is. And the fact that it's, you know, it's a really nice Belgian quad that is actually a quad and kind of gets me a little giddy inside. So, yeah. So 87, 88. Overall, value-wise, or availability. Seasonal. It comes out right around this time, which is like late or midwinter, like November, December. Usually, I'm pretty sure, usually find it till almost springtime, and usually get it for around $10 to $11 for a 4-pack. And to me, that's pretty badass. So availability, even though it is seasonal, I give it like a high score of an 8, and same thing for value. I'd give it an 8 just because you're talking about a really nice Belgian quad at 12% that you can get for $10. I mean, can't go wrong with that. So yeah, high 80s overall, and 8s on value and availability. It's just a really nice beer. If you're a fan of Belgian style beers, whether it be quads or whatever, or even strong darks, definitely be worth giving a whirl. If you like to taste smaller breweries, what they have to offer, I'm not quite sure what Weyerbacher's distribution is. I'm pretty sure it's just Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I could be wrong. But if you can get a hold of this, or New York, I know people have picked it up in New York too. So Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, kind of like the tri-state area. If you can pick it up, definitely worth a whirl. Or especially if you find yourself in this area and from out of town, definitely give some or any of their offerings a whirl because they're pretty damn solid brewery. So yeah, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Massive Beers in all 3 of those places. We're way more active on Instagram, so if you're going to check us out anywhere, check us out there. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you're enjoying a nice beer right now, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.